Welcome to my fourth episode of Quick Questions. Today I have Julian Beaudion, right?
Yeah.
Right. He is running for U.S. Senate for South Dakota. So let's get started. Hey, quick question. What background do you have that you believe makes you a great candidate for U.S. Senate?
So before I answer that question, real quick, nice touch on the white shoes. I think we both got the message. It's white shoe day.
Yes.
I think there's a couple different ways you can approach this.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we have so many different mindsets in South Dakota, but
Mm-hmm.
what I've learned by just talking to folks throughout the state is that many people focus a lot on your experience,
Mm-hmm.
both professionally and also personally.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I believe that I'm the most well-rounded candidate
Yeah, I would
in this
agree.
entire race.
Mm-hmm.
On the professional level, I've served as a state trooper for 13 and a half years,
Mm-hmm.
was the state nominee for U.S. Marshal,
Mm-hmm.
and of course worked in many different nonprofits across the state,
Mm-hmm.
and also am a small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
On the personal side of things, my wife and I have three different pet projects, I guess I would call it. And these pet projects really also feed back into the community.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that we really love to do is feed people. We
Yeah.
own a restaurant, and so we consistently give back food to nonprofit centers, and then also on Thanksgiving every year we feed over 500 people for free.
That's right. I remember seeing that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, so we definitely take the approach that everything we do, both on the personal side and also professional side, has to feed back into our community,
That's
has to
great.
feed back into people. And so I believe that's what makes me the most well-rounded candidate,
Mhm.
and also the best choice for South Dakotans.
Yeah, I know that you skipped over it a little bit, but maybe you should talk about your nomination for U.S. Marshal.
While I was a state trooper for 13 plus years, I worked in some nonprofit settings that actually was on the reservation.
Okay.
And while doing so, I partnered with the FBI, the regional FBI director, and then also the U.S. attorney, the former U.S. attorney, who was Randy Seiler.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Seiler eventually became the chair of the South Dakota Democratic Party, and also a very close friend and mentor of mine. Randy really is the person who got me involved in politics, engaging in the political process.
Mm-hmm.
I became hooked on working on people's campaigns, really making life better and easier for them. And then Randy one day just gave me a call out of the blue and said, "Hey, we have this opportunity that I think you'd be great at.
Yeah.
If you can put some pieces together, we'd love to interview you for the position." And so after months and months of interviews, I was selected by the state to be the nominee for U.S. Marshal.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You and Nikki have been doing a lot of town halls throughout the state.
Yes.
So, what is something you have learned from all of the town halls you've done so far?
One of the biggest things that I think and I'll feel comfortable speaking for Nikki in this moment too, is one of the biggest things we've learned is that we all share the same values. I've done 18 town halls now across the state, and we have Republicans and independents and Democrats, of course, showing up at these town halls to be vocal about the things that are impacting their day-to-day lives, particularly when you talk about affordability. And from folks that live here in Sioux Falls to folks that are in Britain, South Dakota, we share the same values, but we also are sharing the same struggles when it comes to living an affordable lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that we've been able to take away is like, what can we do when we get to Washington, D.C., in the House and also in the Senate, to not just rectify the issue for now, but also build policy that prevents us from getting in the same position in the future.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. I notice at all of your events, your kids and your family are often there.
Yes.
So I was curious, are your kids enjoying helping you campaign?
They are actually. I was nervous
Yeah.
about that. My wife and I both were nervous. This
Yeah.
is when you get into a campaign, not just a federal campaign, but any campaign,
Mm-hmm.
your family is along for the ride or
Yeah.
the run, so to speak, with you. And so my wife and I were nervous about the kids, and then also just like being away for a long
Yeah.
time. But what
Yeah.
does that look like? And I did it for, like I said, 13 plus years with the Highway Patrol,
Mm-hmm.
to where there were times where I was gone from home
Oh,
for
yeah.
days at a time, sometimes maybe a week or so at a time.
Yeah.
They got used to that, but now they're used to me being home.
Yeah.
And so we have to retrain,
Yeah.
kind of that mindset. But
out a little bit.
here's what I would say that's different about this than it was with the Highway Patrol. My kids are excited about engaging in the process of helping me run.
Yeah.
So we do this social media thing. It's a social media
Yep, I've
challenge.
seen that.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Barack Obama, and it was my kid's idea
Yeah.
to challenge Barack Obama to a one-on-one basketball game because
Yeah.
I'm a graduate of his leadership program.
Okay. Yeah.
And so obviously I don't have any hair. But the funny part about the challenge is they do my hair
Yep.
as I talk about the issues that impact South Dakotans,
Mhm.
and also directly challenge President Obama to a one-on-one basketball game.
Yeah.
So That's something that's light and refreshing
Mhm.
and still really impactful to the voters of South Dakota.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to say that my girls not only engage in that process, they're learning from the things as well, that we're talking about, because now they understand the journey that we're on together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I asked that because I grew up campaigning with my dad. He ran for office when I was growing up, and so I grew up doing the parades and the fundraisers
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Now parades is a different story. My girls used to love parades, and now
Yeah.
they're like, oh, another parade. But yeah.
Yeah, especially when it's raining. I remember
Yeah.
doing some parades when it was raining. But I would say that it honestly it helped me a lot than growing up as an adult, having done that stuff already and kind of knowing what to expect going into just like social situations
Yes.
kind of helped me learn what I was doing before I
Absolutely.
went out by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is one goal you have right away when you become senator? Like, what is the first thing you want to tackle?
The most important thing, I mean, and of course, affordability is one of the biggest crises of our lifetime. And so,
Yeah.
from a policy standpoint, I want to make sure that we're tackling affordability.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing to South Dakotans is that we work together across the aisle.
Absolutely.
And so, one of the biggest things that I want to do right away is build and develop a relationship with Senator Thune.
That would
I
be
think
great.
that's really important, not just for Republicans to understand that when I do get elected as a Democrat, I'm going to fight for you, but I think that's important for this nation overall, because John Thune
Yeah.
is the leader of the Senate right now.
Yeah.
He is the Senate Majority Leader. So it would be irresponsible of me or anyone else in that position not to build a relationship with him.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I agree. We do need more working together. Fun question.
Okay.
How did you meet your wife?
Oh man, listen, this is really a fun question, because I have a story and she has a story, and then in between it, there's probably the truth.
Yeah, Inkka, we'll get your story next.
So we were young, we were juniors in high school,
Mhm.
in the mall, and she kept walking back and forth. I won't tell her part of the story, but she kept walking back and forth. And my story is she was looking for me the whole time. And so I approached her, I tried to talk to her, and man, I got crushed. My spirit was demoralized. She told me no. And so from then on, I'm like, you know what? Like, she's different. She's different than anyone else that I've ever talked to. Although it
Yeah.
was a very brief conversation,
Yeah.
she was just different than anyone else, and I
Yeah.
knew that I had to at least have another conversation or meet her again.
Yeah.
And so I literally chased her. We went to two different high schools, and I
Yeah.
chased her for 2 years.
Yeah.
I would see her at football games because she was in the band, and I'd
Yeah.
wait till halftime, and I'd run across to try to get her.
Yeah.
So that's how we met. But then we connected again at a church youth camp,
Mhm.
our senior year after we graduated high school.
Okay.
And then we exchanged phone numbers, and since then we have not missed a day talking, and
Yeah.
it's been 19 years now.
She's a great lady.
She is fabulous.
She is.
She is amazing.
I enjoy when you bring her with to events.
I do too.
Speaking of events, besides Election Day, what is an event that you are looking forward to?
The state convention is coming up. The Democratic Party
right.
state convention is
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Number one, because this is my first time as a candidate
Yeah.
attending the convention. But more importantly, I think this year being in Sioux Falls, and having a really engaged group of youth
Yeah.
as Democrats,
Yeah.
we're going to have some youth come to the convention as well
Yeah.
this year. And so I'm excited to see how they get involved. I'm
Yeah.
excited to learn directly from them,
Mhm.
because the policy that we're going to build now is for their generation and
Yeah.
also the generation to come after that.
Yeah, and we really need to find out ways that they're interested in getting involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we have to be able to tailor not just the federal and state policies to it, but
Yeah.
our state parties' procedures and policies.
Yes,
We have to be able to
absolutely.
tailor that to them as well.
Yes. What committee are you on?
I am on two committees. We haven't met one though, so I won't name that
Yeah,
off
yeah.
yet. But I'm on economic development. That's the
Oh,
biggest
okay.
committee that
That's
I'm
great.
on.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's a good one to be on.
Yeah.
I'm on the education committee.
Okay. Typically, they put me on rules. We haven't met yet, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Song currently on repeat.
Not just one song, but
Okay.
an album.
An album. Okay.
Yes. And so Toby Nwigwe is one of my favorite artists. He's an artist out of Houston. And his album that has Try Jesus, I don't know if you remember the song that it went viral several years ago.
Okay.
But man, listen, that whole album is fire. And my favorite song on there, crazy enough, is called Fire Fire. So
Perfect.
yeah, so that would be what's on repeat right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you would like to talk about, or?
I think this is an amazing platform
Yeah.
that you have.
Thank
It's
you.
the quick rapid fire questions are something that I think most people will appreciate when
Yeah.
they watch it, because you get a genuine answer
Yeah.
from people. I also appreciate that you're not just interviewing candidates; you're interviewing
Yeah.
people who are actually impacting the community.
Yes.
So I just want to give you your flowers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, vote for Julian
In November,
Sorry,
yes.
vote for Julian in November.
Yes. And donate. We need your donations.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.